what's up? It's Tweets here, and I am going to show you how to make a customized helmet. So, first thing you do is download your model, obviously, or buy it, and then you'll go and create a folder in your P drive, or add a new folder in whatever folder you're working on. If you're working on a big server mod or any type of public mod, but you're going to create a folder in there. I'm going to call sample helmet. Inside there, data. Now we're going to go to our model that we downloaded. We're going to get our textures out of here. So I'm going to bring up DayZ tools, text view, grab our base color, save as, find our folder on the P drive, and I'm just going to call it sample helmet. You can call it whatever you want, underscore co.paa. Now we're going to get the metallic, save as, same thing, go to your P drive, go to your folder, sample helmet underscore, this is metallic, so we're going to smdi.paa. And now we're going to get the normal, save as, same thing, P drive, folder, give it the name, then underscore for normal, no hq.paa. And that's that. So we can exit that. Go to your P drive. We're going to need to get an RVMAT folder, so we're going to go to DayZ, characters, headgear. I'm just going to take it from the ballistic helmet. So we're going to copy this, put it in your new folder with your textures, rename it to whatever you named your texture. Okay, now we're going to open that up, and we're going to change our paths. We're going to work with stage 1 and stage 5. Stage 1 is for the normals, stage 5 is for the metallic. So we're going to get our path to our textures without getting the P. You do not want the P and the backslash there, or else it won't work. Paste. Just paste it over their path, leaving the texture, because then we're going to go and get ours. I usually just rename it and just copy the name, and then I paste it over theirs. So there's stage 5, which is the SMDI, and then the no HQ normal, that will be the top stage 1. There we go, and then you save it. So there is the RVMAT done. Now we're going to open up our model. So we're going to bring up DayZ tools. We're going to go to object builder and import our model. This is an FPS. Now if you see something with like animations, your best thing to do is just to untick the animation, and I usually do the FPS to a 0, and then set your scale like any other model. I'm going to go with 0.01. We could always change it. As you can see, it's sitting a little high. So I always go to window 4 views, lower it down. And then we can start changing like sizes and everything when we want it. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to edit this, because I'm going to get rid of the strap. I'm not a fan of the strap, so on it, and then get rid of the rings. You guys can keep the straps if you want, it's totally up to you. Alright, now that I got that done, I'm going to select the whole thing, change this selection name here. I'm just going to call it helmet. And then I'm gonna actually, while it's still selected, I'm gonna create a new one. ZBYTEK. Now we're gonna apply our textures. So I'm gonna hit E on my keyboard and then find our texture. We're gonna want to change the TGA to PAC and PAA. And I'm gonna go with the base color first, the top, and then add our RVMAT. And then apply and OK. Now since we're making a helmet, I'm going to create a proxy, browse, P drive, DayZ, characters, headgear, and then scroll down until you see usually there's a head in here that we could work from. There. Okay, it's not in here, so oh wait, dumbass, heads. I'm just gonna go with random one. So now we got the head spawned in proxy. We just start lining this up. So what you do is just bring up your bulldozer. Now that we're in bulldozer, we just start getting close, start lining this up. First you check on the texture. Alright, so it looks a little funny, and that would be, as looking at it, it looks like it's the metallic. So if you get something like that, what I usually do is I bring up the DayZ tools again in the text view, and I take the base color, the underscore CL1, open it up in text view, save as, just click on the SMD I1 that you already have and overwrite it. And this should fix how that looked. Boom. Alright, so it looks a little different. I don't like how it's, the whole thing's just flat black, but not all model. This is just a free model, so that I downloaded just to get you guys an idea of making a helmet, so I'm not going to worry about it now. You can probably get better ones anyways. Alright, so it's definitely something I wouldn't publish in my items pad. Looking at it, if you scroll under the helmet and you see just blue, you see right through it, you can just select just the helmet, copy it. So we're going to copy, and then you're going to hit W on your keyboard to reverse it, and then you're going to hit paste. And then you'll see, after you reselect everything, that's done. Now it looks like a solid object. And now we're going to try to get it in place and size to the head. And angled, right? You want it angled and sized and everything. So it looks like it could be a little bigger. Tilt it back. Alright, now if you haven't watched any of my other videos, to like resize anything in Object Builder, it's not hard. You just hold left control, left shift, and then drag your right click while holding up or down, and you make it smaller or bigger. To rotate it, it's just hold left control and then hold right click, sorry, and you could rotate it. I go over that in my other videos. So now we want to get this angled just right. Make sure like any hair, nothing's clipping through. I'm going to need a little more. And I don't want it that high on the head. I see it's popping out the top a little bit. Alright, that'll do. I mean, it's not the best of models, but it'll give you an idea. Alright, so once you did it quite where you want it, you can get rid of that proxy for the head. So you're not going to need it anymore. And then you're going to select the whole helmet model. Right click in here and you're going to give it another hidden selection. We're going to just call it head. And that's so it tells the game that it goes to the head part of the body when you're in game. Now, you could create a proxy for the NVG. So you're going to browse. And NVG, I'm pretty sure if you go to DayZ on your P drive, go to gear. Actually, no, not gear. I think it's under characters, glasses. Yep, NVG. And then hit OK. As you just see that it spawns weird all the way down at the bottom. You're going to want to just do some moving around here until you get it where you want it. Rotate it. And you don't have to keep messing with it until you did it exactly how you want it on the helmet. Okay, we're getting closer to how I want it. Zoom in here, did a little work. Yeah. Something like that. Maybe we could probably even rotate a little more. There we go. That'll work. Alright, now we got that, the proxy set. So you're going to want to select everything again, the proxy and helmet. And then you're going to right click on head and redefine it. So that way when you click on, well, click on head and the proxy. By holding left control, you could just select those two at once. Right click, redefine. That way when you click on just the head, you want to make sure it didn't do it. Come on. Or just select the whole damn thing. Why didn't I just say that? It's easier that way. And redefine on head. That way the proxy and the helmet are all selected when you click on head. So that way the proxy is not just floating in the air. I've had that happen because when I first started out, you want it to be attached to the helmet. Alright, so now that that's done, we're going to create a box. So we're going to start working on the geometry. I'm going to get this squared up here. Get it lined up with the helmet. And start shrinking it down to size of the helmet. Okay, once you get it where you want it, kind of like that. Doesn't need to be perfect, just close enough. Select just the box, copy it, delete it from here. Over here, create a new LOD property, geometry, paste, structure, topology, find components, property name down here on the bottom left, create a new one, auto center on all the geometries, 0 for value, and then we're going to copy this component, and we're going to create a new LOD, called fire geometry, paste, same again, view geometry, paste. Now, for the geometries, I'm also going to create another hidden selection and just give it head on all these, just so it tells the geometry to stay to the head, so that way it offers the protection when you're getting shot at. Alright, now that that's done and all that's set up, we're going to give it a view pilot. So go new, property, view pilot, and leave it blank. And that is just so if you're wearing like a mask or helmet or anything that goes anywhere near the eyes, it won't obstruct your view. Alright, now I'm just going to duplicate this top one here a couple times. And then we're going to save this as, go to your P drive, sample helm data. I'm just going to do it sample underscore helm. Alright, now we need to work on the ground model. So we're going to delete that. We don't need view pilot, but we do need the rest. So what I'm going to do is delete head from the geometry, so you're not going to need that for the ground model. Just like that. I'm going to copy one of these components, paste it over here again, select everything. We're going to drag it down to the middle line right here, because that is the ground line. Okay, once we have it there, just want to make sure it is flat, kind of like what you'd want it to look like on the ground. Alright, yeah, that'll work. So now we're going to take our component here, copy it, delete it from here, and then just go over geometry, click on component, hit delete, paste, and it'll automatically put the new one on. Same thing on view and fire geometry. Now that that's done, you go back to the 0.00, click on head, and you're going to rename it ground. And then we're going to create a new memory. We're going to change this to memory here, the one you just created. And I'm going to just take from previous helmet that I've made in the past. You could just take from the sample in the tweet silence pad. Here we go. You can just take it from the sample file that's going to be in the description. So I'll just go to my tack helm here that I made. Alright. Memory. And paste. There. You can do the same thing with the file that's going to be in the description. Once you get the memory set, everything's set to the ground, the geometries, everything. Just duplicate this top one here a couple times. And then save it as, it's the same name, just this time add another underscore and then a G for ground, and then save it. And that's it for that. Now we're going to need a model config. So I am going to just take it from here. You guys will have it in the folder to take it from. put it in with your model. Now for anything that goes on the body, you notice this model config is a lot bigger. It says it has all the skeleton parts. And now I don't need all of this because this stuff from my previous in my items pet, so you don't need any of that. Alright. First one here is your top one here is the ground model. So you're gonna get your ground name and put it here. You're gonna also want to add this ZBYTEK to the ground model, so that way when if you make retextured versions, it shows up with a new texture. And now we're gonna this here the back one. You're gonna get the other model name. Alright, and then save it. Alright, now for the config, I'm just gonna go to DayZ characters, headgear, open up their config. Let me get rid of some stuff here. Alright, now I'm gonna just copy from line 55 all the way up. Create a new. I'm going to get rid of all these units except for one, you'll see after. Now here's the ballistic helmet, but I'm going to go with their tack helmet, which you're going to just search MICH 2001. There we go. This is their tactical helmet config. I'm going to copy all this over and paste it right in here. Now I'm going to create a top class here for the base class, which is just going to be Mitch 2001 helmet, because we're just going to work from the vanilla. This way you don't have to really script it. And now we're going to change the main class name to whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it sample helm. And your display name. And your description. Blah, blah. Alright, now you're going to get your model path. So the first one here, this is to your ground model. So go to your folder, get your path, and then your model name for the ground one. Alright, so there's the ground model. Now you can start tweaking some of this stuff like this here, item size. You just start changing the numbers. This is just how big it sits in your inventory. The weight of it. Heat is isolation. This is for like your insulation and stuff like that. Inventory slot, obviously that's headgear. Same with item info. You want to keep clothing, headgear. Now I didn't put a flashlight proxy on it. You can. It'd be just like the NVG proxy. You just keep rotating it until you get it where you want it on the helmet. And then same thing you did with the NVG. But I didn't add that. So I'm going to delete that. And that column I just keep NVG. Hidden selections. We only put ZBTech. So that's what we're going to put. And then here you can get the path to your texture. So we do that. Alright, there we go. And then you just keep scrolling down. Now this is the global armor right here. And then the hit points here, you can change that to whatever you want. I'm going to give it like 200 hit points. Now the armor here, global armor, like damage for health, blood, shock. And that's for projectiles like bullets, melee damage, and then infected, and then frag grenades. The lower this number is, the stronger. So like this is all the vanilla tac helmet. So if you lower this down a little bit, it'll be a little stronger. The lower you go, the stronger it'll be. I'm going to keep it close to vanilla because it looks like the vanilla. Alright, now we get down to the clothing types. And you see male, female. So this is going to be for the second model. So you're going to get the path to that. And then you're going to get the name of the model. Alright, now that's that. Now I'm going to go up here. Remember I told you to keep one of the units. So you can get your class name, paste it there. And the top class too. And then that should be it. So we just save this as P drive, sample helmet, C++, config, enter. Alright. So that's that. We can exit all that. Bring up your PBO project. Select your folder. Okay. Now I always go into setup, delete all temp, and then crunch. And that, hallelujah, that's a good sign. So now we take that, and I am going to load it in my offline mode to test it. So we go to add-ons in offline mode, which just paste it in there. Missions and launch. Alright, so we're going to test it and see what happens. Okay, now that we're in game, just spawn it in. And there it is. Just put it on your head. Make sure it's right. Move around a little bit. Make sure it sticks with the body. Not floating anywhere. And then there you have it. You got a helmet. Alright. You drop it on the ground. Make sure it's right on the ground. Yep. Good to go. Alright, well, I hope it helps, and I hope you learned quite a bit from this video. If you'd like to support, just like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.